there's not enough people around with a true sense of community. They want to be there, but they want things done, but they don't want to be involved in getting them done. And I think the message has got to get out there to say, hey, if you want it done, you've got to be involved to get it done.
I guess what fascinates me most about community work is the people. I've always been fascinated by the stories of people, and I guess that everyone has a story and everyone's kind of remarkable in some way. And one of the beauties of going out into the communities I do is I just sort of see those stories day by day unfold, and constantly surprised as to what people are capable of. And the most ordinary people on the surface, once you dig deep, once you give them permission almost, and just the tiniest bit of empowerment, just to see what they're capable of and what they can do, and just see that kind of transformation is a really special thing.
There's a significant change occurring anyway, not just in our community, but in many communities where people are wanting to have more of a role in the decision making. The important part about that is that people actually have to stand up and say, I want to have a role in the decision making.
The changes that people can make over time are just amazing, you know, from people living in the shelter to people having jobs and having lives and having a whole different mindset. It is really fantastic.
A lot of our role in community development is around providing space for things to happen as well. When people come together and talk and connect, things really happen, relationships develop, there's opportunities.
There's a lot about actually getting to know your community, and not just from a fly in from the palace and fly out before you get contaminated kind of idea, but just discovering the community for what it is. And sometimes that's actually legwork, literally walking around, talking to people.
And because they're coming from people's just everyday experience, they're not... it's not happening as a this will be good for you or you need this because you're a poor little lovey. It's coming from a friendship base, from a real understanding of what's happening in those people's lives, and so it has a really different feel to it. It's not kind of doing good for people. It's just sharing together, which is a different thing altogether.
You've got to engage them. You've got to give them something to get excited about. You've got to inspire them. You've got to get them to kind of take ownership of what's going on in their local community, and you have to give them something to have hope for as well.
Basically, when we first joined Neighbourhood Watch, we were having some real problems in our street, and that was basically the reason why we joined.
The crime rate in the area has dropped significantly, because 3 years ago when we started, we were having about 35, 36 incidents in a month. Now we're down to about 4 or 5. So it's been a significant drop, and it's made a big difference.
It's become a wonderful place to live, and we actually seem to be making a difference, So, it's really good.
The police have helped as well. The police have been fantastic helping us with that. And being involved with the police as a volunteer as well, that sort of gets you involved in the community.
The best way to get people involved in things is just by talking to them. Talk to your neighbours, talk to the people down the street, talk to parents at the schools, talk to the different service providers, and making sure that the avenues and doors are open for people to just walk down or walk through.
Well, I say, being involved in anything you're interested in and actually giving it a go and, using your own passion is, the most important thing to do in life, really. If you're interested in something, doesn't matter what it is, from skating to gardening. If you are passionate about it and you go for it and involve yourself in everyone around and kind of bring it all together, no matter what it is, as long as there's a passion, then, just go for it.
I've done all sorts of things. It's varied and it's always fun.
I come along and basically set up the bike and get people pedalling and making smoothies and having a bit of fun. And it's kind of a bit of an icebreaker, really, along with all the other things that are happening here. So, and then also the Opal program I'm doing stuff with as well, which is all about obesity prevention and lifestyle choices. And we're promoting healthy snacks. So hence the bike again.
The groups I'm involved in is the community, the utensils group for personal employment, the Foodie's training panel, and community leadership program.
By getting this garden, it's brought everybody out into an interest. You know, they sort of got an interest in the garden where before they didn't, and that's what's brought a lot of us together, saying, well, geez, we like the look of our garden and that. Like at night time we have a look, it was after a rain and all that sort of thing, oh, look at the difference we made, you know, and it's what we done, you know, not what Housing Trust representatives have done, it's what we've done.
Yeah, personally, I've found that I'm actually a bit more outgoing than what I used to be. I used to be one of those sort of people that used to sit back and let everybody else do something, but I've actually changed like in the 3 years, and I've actually become somebody that actually gets out and does things, you know, and gets involved.
It's really all about communication, and usually it comes down to one-on-one sort of communication as well. It's a grassroots sort of thing to do, but it's about just talking to people, just meeting the rest of the people in the community and finding out not only what they're interested in and their passions are, but how that ties into why they live where they live, which often has a very interesting relationship.
Just going by my experience, I think it's really great just to get out there and try something, because until you try it, you never know what it's going to be like. In just the social aspect and meeting new people and that, it's really great. It's like, yeah, it really actually becomes part of your life. It changes your life, so yeah.